Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers and welcome newcomers. I hope you like the channel. I hope you become part of this family with us by subscribing, of course, hitting that subscription button. It's free, and of course, if you like the videos, to hit that thumbs up. It's extremely important. If you do subscribe, please hit the notification bell to be notified of the new uploads that I come up with, which is every week. So for the most part, I use a 2.75 hook, sometimes 3.5, depending upon the project I'm working on. A pair of scissors, of course, and a small one to tuck in loose ends. My threads are Portugal threads. They're 4-ply, 100% cotton thread. These are Portugal brands. My colors, they go by number, except for the white or the off-white. They actually have the name white, but all of the mixed colors on any of them that I have, it's by numbers, which I get requested a lot about these threads, and people ask me if I sell them. I wasn't selling any, just basically using them for crochet, but because sometimes the demand is so high, I said, okay, I will do it. They're $12 a ball. They're 100 grams. It's in between 300 to 325 yards. Similar to Aunt Lydia number 3 cotton. Mine's a little bit thinner, and of course, so my projects are a little bit smaller. If you're interested, minimum of order is 6 balls because the shipping is horrendous. Okay, so they're $12 if you're interested. You could always email me, or everything is listed on the description box below. I have Instagram, TikTok. I have a private crochet group if you would like to join, and you have a profile, then you're more than welcome to request. I also have a crochet page that you can follow. You can message me through there also. And please feel free to request anything that you would like to see. And for the ones I already have, thank you for the requests. I think I've done quite a bit for you guys. So we are going to get started, and thank you again for such a blessing and being part of this journey with me. The only way I can survive and keep going on is by having the channel to grow. Sharing is caring, so please share, and thank you so much for the people that have been sharing. There's quite a few of you that have been sharing, quite a lot. And also, if you want to help out the women in need of thread that cannot afford, then you can help by donating either thread yourself, and you can contact me and I'll give you their address, or you can donate whatever amount you would like, either through the little bag below that says thanks below the video. That belongs to YouTube, of course, and they take 30% off of whatever you offer, or my PayPal account will be in the description box. You can donate through there also. And I want to thank every single one of you that have donated or tipped me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. God bless you. Okay, so let's get started, everyone. Thank you. Okay, everyone. So I think it was last week, I had uploaded this beautiful, it's a 6 pineapple doily, 3 on each side. It's like almost a square, interesting shape anyway. So I was requested to do exactly the same, but all the way around. So instead of 6, it will have 8. So it can be just one round circle by here. Okay, so I'm going to attempt that because you have requested, right? So I hope you're going to enjoy the tutorial. I hope I can succeed with it, right? Because I mean, it's one thing doing a model, and then it's another thing doing something else. Always look ahead of the video before anything, because mistakes can be done. We have to fix them on the spot instead of just taking everything down. So, and we'll take it from there. I'll be using a 4-ply 100% cotton thread, 2.75 hook, a small one to tuck in loose ends, and of course a pair of scissors. please give a thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed the video. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It does help the channel. Thank you so much to the new subscribers that have embarked in this journey with us. Thank you. Let's get started. Okay, everyone, so I just finished doing the tutorial and I wanted to touch base with you before you start. Here at the beginning, I did an 8 chain. After a while, it starts waving up because the hole here is a little bit small. So instead of doing 8, especially for people that have tight tension, you can do 12 chain. And people that have loose tension, do a 10 chain. Don't do the 8. I will put it in the video to do 10 chain. It will be much better because it's too small for there's so much stitching that goes on, even though it came out perfect. But it will help you tremendously if you go bigger on the chain stitch when we start, okay? Just to give you that guidance. Okay, you guys, I'm going to use the off-white because I don't think I'll have enough of the white to complete, and I didn't want to use different colors. Okay, so I'm going to start off by doing a slip stitch. Of course, you know this never counts for any chain, and I'm going to do an 8 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to come in my first one and slip stitch. Try to hide that string at the same time. I'm going to come back and do a single and 2 chain. This is how I start my first double crochet, usually all the time. Inside of here, I'm going to create 19 more double crochets. So we'll have a total with that single and 2 chain that I went up. We'll have a total of 20. This is row 1. I've done my 20 double crochets, including the single and 2 chain. 20 altogether, and I'm going to close on my second chain from where I went up with a slip stitch. I'm going to come back in, single and 2 chain, and this is how I start my double crochet. 1 more chain for space into the next one, creating double crochet, 1 chain into the next one, double crochet, 1 chain. We're going to do all 20 double crochet. Again, space 1 chain between all of them. This is row 2. I've done my 20 double crochet, 1 chain, coming in on my second chain and closing it up. Now I'm going to come back in again, single and 2 chain. That's my first double crochet over the double crochet. 2 chain space now. We're still going to do the 20 double crochet on this row 3 with 2 chain space between them. My 4-ply Portuguese thread, because I am here in Europe, it's similar to Aunt Lydia number 3. Aunt Lydia number 3, your patterns will be a little bit bigger because the thread is a little bit thicker. Okay, so when I'm doing my measurements and I put it in the description box, it's a little bit smaller than yours if you use the Aunt Lydia number 3 cotton. Okay, so double crochet over double crochet. This is row 3, 2 chain space between them. Okay, you guys, so I've done all 20 of them again. Now, I'm not going to do 2 chain on this last one. I'm going to do a sideways double crochet like that because I need to be in the center of the space going into row 4. I'm going to come back in, single, chain 2. I'm going to come into the next space and do a double crochet. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 chain, coming back in, sort of doing like a V, okay? And then into the next one, no chain space. 1, 2, 3 chain, coming back in, creating that V. Into the next one. And closing up. 1, 2, 3 chain, coming back in, V, coming into the next one, and closing up. We're going to do this all the way around. I'll meet you at the end. This is row 4. I've reached my last one. That's where we started the first single into chain. Still, we need to come in to complete this one here, and then chain 3. And we're going to close it exactly where we had closed the other one with a slip stitch. Okay, so now I'm going to walk, I'm going to do the walk into 1, 2, the second double crochet, and I'm going to do 1, 2, actually I'm going to do my single and coming back in, my single and my 2 chain. So that's my first double crochet, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain, skipping 1, coming into the second, which is the middle one there. Actually, I'm not going to close it up. We're going to do another just give me a second. Okay, you guys, so single, 2 chain, my first double crochet, and then 5 more chains. I'm going to come back in and create a V again, but incomplete double crochet. So I'm going to skip 1 and come into the second one and close it all together. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, I'm going to come in the same one, incomplete, skip 1, 2, come on your second one and close it all together. So basically we're creating those V's again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, come into the same one, incomplete, skip 1, come into your second, and now we're going to close it all together. We're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain, skip 1, come into your second. We have 3 chains there. Remember, we did 3 chains. Oops, sorry. We have to go into the same one. So concentrate on trying to explain that I'm losing track of myself here. Okay, so double crochet on the same one, incomplete, and now come into your second and close it all together. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the same one, incomplete, count 1 into the second. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so completing my last one, I've done my double crochet in the same stitch as I have the first one. Single 1 on my second chain, I'm going to close it all together. Okay, so let's just confirm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Just check that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay. So now we are going to come in the center here, create a single, chain 2. We're going to build shells of 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet. Chain 2 into the next one where we have the 5 chains. 2 double crochet, 2 chain, 2 more double crochet. We're going to do this on row 6 all the way around the same way. Shells of 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 more double crochet, 2 chain space between them. This is row 6. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much completed my row 6. Now, row 6, 7, and 8 are just of shells. The only difference is row 6, 2 chain, row 7, 3 chain, and row 8, 4 chain. Okay, so row 6, 2 chain, row 7, 3, row 8, 4 chain. That's the only difference we're doing on here. So I'm going to do the walk, as I call it, with a slip stitch to the center. We're going into row 7, single 2 chain. That's my first double crochet. So we're doing shell over shell, 2 chain space, and 2 more double crochet. Now I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Coming into the next one, shell over shell, 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet. So I'm going to continue this row 7, and I'm going to do row 8 with 4 chain. So 2, 3, and then 4. I'll come back to you at the end of row 8. This is row 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 3 rows of shells. 6, 7, and 8. Because row 9, we're starting the foundation for the pineapples. And another thing is, if you wanted to increase your pattern to go bigger, then you would just continue on your shells and on your chains for a few more rows as you would like it to be a little bit bigger. Okay, also remembering that when you're using a bigger hook, your stitch becomes bigger also, and the thicker the thread, the bigger the pattern. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row 8. Okay, you guys, so finishing row 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, did my 4 chain, coming in my second chain from the first one, I went up with single and 2 chain. I'm going to do the walk into the center of my shell, single and 2 chain. I'm going to do 12 double crochets. Actually, no, not 12. I'm going to do my shell here of 2 double crochet, 2 chain. We're always going to have 1 shell and then the foundation, 1 shell and then the foundation. Okay, so shell, this is row 9. Now I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 chain only. Okay, I'm going to come in this shell and I'm going to do 12 double crochets total. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, remembering that if you want to go bigger, you can increase here by continuing to do shells a few more rows. So we did 2 chain, 3 chain, 4 chain. You would have do 5 chain, then 6 chain, and so on. Okay, 1, 2, 3 chain and shell again. So always 1 shell and then the 9 double crochets. Shell of 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and then 1, 2, 3 chain and 12 double crochets. This is row 9. I'll meet you at the end of row 9. Make sure you do have your 12 double crochets, so make sure you count them or you'll have issues further up. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so finished row 9, closed in with a slip stitch, did the walk to the center, did my single, my 2 chain. That's my first double crochet. So where I have the shell continues to be shell. 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to come into the first double crochet with double crochet, 1 chain. So we're going to do these 12 double crochets with 1 chain space between them. If you wanted to go a little bit bigger, you can do triples instead of doubles. Okay, so 1 chain space and 1 double crochet, 1 chain and 1 double crochet. So we'll have all 12 double crochets for the pineapples. And also, if you wanted to go bigger on the pineapple, you could add more double crochets on row 9. Okay, so this is row 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's something missing here. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm missing 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No issues. So if this happens to you, what you can do is, so we're going to do a triple. Actually, quadruple, I guess that's what you call it. So turn 3 times so you have 4 on your hook. I'm going to come down here. And sometimes it's good that these mistakes are done so you don't have to like go back and take it all down. So I'm going to come into the 9th row where I have the 11 double crochets. I want 12, not 11. And I'm going to take out 1, 2, okay? And I'm going to come right on top of that double crochet we just did. And so now I have my 12 double crochets, and you don't have to go and take it all down. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 1, 2, 3. Continue your shell of 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet. So like I said, sometimes it's good that I do make a certain mistake because it's a way of teaching you guys how to fix it without taking it down. So we're going to continue to do the same thing. Chain 3. This chain 3 will be going for a little while until I tell you that it's time to change the chain. One chain, and then make sure you count that you have your 12, because like I said, we'll have issues, and here is the time to fix it if you're missing like I did. Okay, so your 12 double crochets, your shell, 3 chain space between them. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. This is row 10. Okay, everyone, so finished row 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, going into row 11. So row 10, I've closed in on my second chain with slip stitch, did the walk with slip stitch into the center with a single and 2 chain, created my first double crochet. So we're still continuing the shell. 1, 2, 3 chain. Now we're going to come in the first space between the first and the second double crochet, single. We're going to start to create the pineapple loops. Single, 3 chain. 1, 2, 3, single. 1, 2, 3. In between the double crochets. We're going to do this all the way around the same way. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 loops of 3 chain. 1, 2, 3. Continue to do your shell of 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet, and then chain 3. Start again your loops, going in between the first and the second double crochet with a single, and continue on. Okay, so this is row 11. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I finished my row 11, started my row 12 shell. We're repeating exactly the same thing as we just did on row 11. 3 chain, 1, 2, 3, and do your loops. Next row is going to change a bit. So just your 3 chains for your loops, and then your shell again where we have our shell. That's all there is to it. So I'll meet you at the end of this row 11, the beginning of row 12. 3 chain, loops, 3 chain, shell. Okay. Okay, everyone, so finish row 12, did my slip stitch walk into the center with a single, 2 chain. Now this row is going to change. We're going to create 3 groups of 2 double crochet, 2 chain, space, 2 more double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet. So we're going to have 3 groups of 2 double crochet, space of 2 chain, and the 3 chain continues the same for the pineapples. Another thing I wanted to mention, it could look wavy right now, so looks kind of very messed up wavy, but don't worry about it, because once we start closing out the pineapple, it's going to pull in together the pattern. So don't worry about it being wavy like that. Once we close the pineapples, it's going to all come in together. Okay, so, and where we have all the shells, we're doing the 3 groups of 2 double crochet, 2 chain space between them, and the 3 chains stays the same. Okay, next row will change also. Well, it's going to continue to change from here on, except for the 3 chains and the pineapples. The only change will be on here. Okay. So it's always 3 chains till the end of the pineapples. 1, 2, 3 into the shell and create your 3 groups of 2 double crochet, 2 chain, 2 more, 2 chain, and 2 more. And then continue with your 3 chains for the pineapples. It's going to start pulling the pattern in together as we're closing them. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I finished row 13, going into row 14, doing the walk with the slip stitch into the shell, the first shell here, single 2 chain. We're going to create shell of 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet in the same space. 1, 2 chain, coming into the next, create another shell of 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet. So that's the only difference on this row. Chain 3 stays the same and continue on. Okay. So I'll meet you at the beginning of row 14. This is row 13. So I might have called out the row wrong. This is row 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we just finished doing row 14. I apologize for calling it wrong. Okay, so we closed in with a slip stitch. We're going to go into row 15. Sometimes that happens. I confuse my own self, people. So slip stitch, single 2 chain. We're going to do shells again of 2 double crochet, 2 chain space, and 2 more double crochet. Coming into the center, creating a shell again of 2 double crochet, 2 chain, 2 more double crochet. So that's what's going to be different on this row. The pineapple 3 chains stay the same. Again on this one, shell, 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet. Row 15, this is 3 groups of shell. 1, 2, 3, and continue with your chains to the pineapples. Okay, so I'll meet you at the beginning of row 16. Okay, everyone, so I finished row 15, going into row 16, closed in with slip stitch, went into the center, single 2 chain, created my shell. I'm going to do a 1 chain space. Coming in the center one here, we're doing 3 groups of 2 double crochet, 2 chain, 2 more double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet. That's what's going to be different on this row. 1 chain into the next shell with shell. The pineapple loops stay the same with 3 chain. On this row 16, you're supposed to have 5 loops of pineapples. Okay, so shell, 1 chain, 3 groups of 2 double crochet, 2 chain space, 1 chain, shell, 1, 2, 3, and continue on. 1, 2, 3, So as you can see, the pattern is starting to pull in together, and it will keep pulling in together once we close out the pineapples. So this is what's different on this row, 16, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops on the pineapples. Okay, so I'll meet you at the beginning of row 17. Okay, everyone, so we finished row 16, going to row 17. So I've started my shell on row 17. I'm going to do 1, 2 chain. Coming in the first shell here, where we have the group of 3s, and we're doing shell. 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 double crochet. I'm going to do a chain 1. Coming into the next shell, creating a shell, 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet. Let me see if I have this properly. One chain, actually 2 chains, sorry, and coming in the last one and doing 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 double crochet. So you're supposed to have 4 shells on this row 17. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to do only a 2 chain because I want the pattern to start closing more in so it doesn't wave too much. And still continue my 3 chain loops, only 2 chain on going into the loops, and then 3 chain for the loops. And then 1, 2 chain only, and create my shell again. So we're going to create those 4 shells like we just did. 1 chain and create your second shell. Okay, so row 17 is all about doing the 4 shells here. 1 chain. Actually, it wasn't 1 chain here, it was 2 chain. 2 chain on this one. And then on the center here is 1 chain. So did my second shell, 1 chain, and create your third shell. Now going into the 4th shell, that's when we do the 2 chain. So I have my 3 shells, 1, 2 chain, and then 2 chain going into the loops, the pineapple loops. Two chain into the loop and 3 chain loops. This is only to pull the pattern together, and that is something that you should learn, especially when you're doing pineapples. If you find that it's still weaving too much over here, then you cut down on the chain here and it starts pulling it more in. Okay, so this is how row 17 will be. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so finished row 17, started row 18. Let me just confirm. Yes, row 18. So I started my shell. I'm going to do 2 chain again, coming in the next shell with shell. 2 double crochet, 2 chain, 2 double crochet. I'm going to do 1 chain. In the center between shells, I'm going to create a shell. On this row, we're going to have 5 shells. So 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet. So I've created my 3rd shell, 1 chain, creating my 4th shell, 2 chain, and my 5th shell. I'm still going to continue that 2 chain going into the loops just to keep pulling the pattern together. 2 chain into my first pineapple loop. 3 chain continues the same for the loops. And 2 chain and into the shell and continue with shell. 2 chain and shell again. One chain and shell in the center between shells. So that's my 3rd shell. 1 chain, my 4th shell. 2 chain and my 5th shell. And then 2 chain going into the pineapple. Okay, so 2 chain shell, 2 chain shell, 1 chain shell, 1 chain shell, 2 chain shell, 2 chain, and then 3 into the pineapples. Okay, this is row 18. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, going into row 19, so I'm going to create my shell. I'm going to do my 2 chain, create my shell again. One chain. I'm coming in the center of this one. I'm making a group of 3 2 double crochet, 3 groups I should say, of 2 double crochet and 2 chain space. 2 chain and 1 more group of 2 double crochet. 1 chain, create your shell again. 2 chain and your shell. So I'll show you in a second. 2 chain, go into your loops of pineapple and do your 3 chain the same. You should have 2 loops left on this row 19. 2 chain and create your shell. So we're just going to repeat what we just did. Okay, so basically closed out, did my shell, 2 chain, shell, 1 chain, and did 3 groups of 2 double crochet, 2 chain space, 1 chain, shell, 2 chain, shell, 2 chain, and 2 loops left. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of row 19. Okay, everyone, going into row 20, we're almost there. So I've closed in with slip stitch. We're going to do the shell, so I'm going to do the walk with slip stitch, single, 2 chain, doing the shell. Now, another thing is if you're planning to make a second one, a third one of these, my opinion to you, for it not to wave as much as it did, of course it's getting straight, and once you block it, it also will be flat. Instead of doing the 8 chain, do a 10 chain at the beginning. But of course we only notice that as we go, and I'm just creating as I'm going. So chain 2, doing shells again, 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 double crochet. Okay, 1 chain, and again shell, where we have the 3 groups, 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 double crochet, 1 chain, and again shell. So no different than what we've done before. I have a knot here. So it's supposed to be 1 chain, not 2 chain anyway. Here I'm forcing my, oh no, 2 chain, we're doing the shell. Good heavens, people. Sometimes I'm telling you. And create your shell. Try to hide this knot. One chain, and again shell. Two chain, and shell. So as far as waving, it is much better. And like I said, once we complete it and we block it, it will all fall into place. But it would have been better if we had the 10 chain at the beginning. But of course, I wouldn't know that until I got to the end, right? 2 chain. Do your loop. We have 1 loop left of 3 chain. 1, 2 chain, and do your shell again. So this is what's different on the row. So shell, 2 chain, shell, 1 chain, shell. I did 1 chain here. It's supposed to be 2 chain. Anyway, no problem. Shell, 1 chain, shell, 1 chain, 2 shell, 2 chain, and then shell. So my mistake was 1 chain here, which is no biggie. I'm not going to take it down because of 1 chain. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so we finished row 20, going into the last row, row 21. So I'm going to do the slip stitch, walk my way through the shell, and do 1, 2, chain, doing my shell, but with 1, 2, 3, chain for picot, okay? And then again, 2 double crochet, 1, 2 chain. Actually, no, not 2 chain. Maybe. Okay, 2 chain single, 1, 2 chain again, and do your shell, 3 chain for picot. So basically this row is about picots. Okay, come back in, do your 2 double crochets like that, 2 chain, come in the center, single, 2 chain, do your shell again, chain 3, picot, and again 2 double crochet, 1 chain only, single, because we have 1 chain there, 1 chain, and continue again with the picots, 2 double crochet, 1 chain, single, 1 chain. So where we have 1 chain, that's what we're doing, the 1 chain and single. Where we have the 2 chains, that's what we're doing, 2 chain and single, okay? Like here, 2 chain, single, 2 chain, one, two, three. Now we're hitting the pineapple, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, coming in, single, 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, doing again my shell, and my 3 chains for the picot. Two more double crochet. So this is what we're going to do on this row. Okay, so where we have the 2 chains, we're doing, where we have the 2 chains here, we're doing 2 chain, single, 2 chain, and then shell, picot, 2 chain, single, 2 chain, shell. We have only 1 chain here, so we're doing 1 chain, single, 1 chain, and then the picot. Okay, so I'm going to complete mine and then come back to you at the end. On this one here, I did a 4 chain because we wanted to have it stand out and stretch. Okay, and once we finish and block it, which I will show you once it's blocked also, and you will see the difference because now it's still like a little bit all waved out. And usually how I block it is with laundry softener inside of a little container with a bit of water. I spray it and I stretch it. Now, because I do a lot of tutorials, I don't have time to wait to take pictures and do the little video at the end for it to dry. So I light iron and steam a bit over it, and it stays nice and stiff after I've sprayed with the laundry softener. Okay, so I'm going to continue. I'm going to finish it up. I'm going to block it, and then I'll come back to you and show you. Okay, so this is the last row. I think we did pretty good, considering it's a whole different pattern compared to the square one. I think I didn't do too bad. Okay, everyone, so pretty much finished doing the pineapple doily. As you can see, I've blocked it so it's nice and straight. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. What you can do is you can go an extra mile and you can add some flowers where the spaces here are. And I think it looks pretty stunning. You can use some leaves on it this way. And I think it looks gorgeous. So you can alternate colors also, just to give you an example. And I think it looks beautiful. But anyway, so thank you so much for being here. Please give a thumbs up if you enjoyed the tutorial. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And I'll leave the measurements and everything else below in the description box. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, bye-bye, everyone.